Hello, this is Martin Gore from Depeche Mode.
Hi, this is Dave Gahan from Depeche Mode, and you are listening to
My Nerd World.
It's Depeche Mode, the podcast. Welcome, devotees. I'm your host, Jon Justice, with some exciting news this week on an early edition of the podcast and a relatively shorter edition of the podcast this week. However, the news that we've been waiting for finally dropped right before I sat down to record the episode. I first got wind of this courtesy of Ultra_Depeche Mode on X, but now the information has been shared on all the official Depeche Mode social media platforms. Depeche Mode M, the new film directed by Fernando Frias, will hit theaters starting October 28th, and it is set to screen on over 2,500 cinemas and more than 60 countries. It's also going to be available to be seen in IMAX as well. Now, tickets for the film go on sale September 17th, and information is available right now at DepecheModeM.com. That's the official website. Now, on the website, you will see the official poster for the film itself, which shows a black and white image of Dave and Martin on stage with, of course, the title Depeche Mode M and some of the details regarding the production of the film itself. You can also sign up for updates. As of right now, they do not have a listing of where the film will be shown just yet, just that tickets will be on sale September 17th. And I, for one, am praying that it ends up airing some place here in Minneapolis right now, because unfortunately, Minneapolis seems to be, and Minnesota seems to be a state and a city that Depeche Mode has not visited in quite a few tours. Now, that being said, there are some further details regarding the film itself and information that we've already known based off of the Tribeca Film Festival and what was released there, but I'll share it with you nonetheless on the show. Depeche Mode M is a cinematic journey into the heart of the Mexican culture's relationship with death, framed by the iconic performances of Depeche Mode during their 2023 Memento Mori tour. Conceived and directed by award-winning filmmaker Fernando Frias, the film captures the band's 3 sold-out shows in Mexico City, attended by over 200,000 fans, blending concert footage with interpretive interstitials and archival material. Boy, they really love using that word, don't they? Depeche Mode M celebrates the band's global influence while delving into the profound connection between music, mortality, and Mexican tradition. A sacred meeting point where pain, memory, joy, and dance dissolve into one another, blurring into something profoundly and beautifully human. Again, tickets on sale September 17th. And you can head on over to DepecheModeM.com. And I'm pretty sure that description is the same one that we had already been given initially when we were first told about the film. No word as of yet to when this will be available as a physical release or the promotion of the film itself with those 4 unreleased tracks, including In the End, which of course I've shared on previous episodes here. Recorded from the end credits of M. However, I still have been told that those 4 tracks would be used in promotion for the film. So now that we have an official release date of October 28th and an on-sale date of September 17th, that's the day that I am eyeing for the possibility of getting those previously unreleased, fully produced Memento Mori tracks. I mean, at a minimum, I would think we would get In the End along with the on-sale date to help with the promotion and the sale of the tickets and the on-sale date. So, again, I have no confirmation of that at all. That's just purely my speculation at this point. So, again, really exciting news, something we've been waiting for a while now. I guess the only other item that we're kind of waiting on is when will Depeche Mode go ahead and head to Hollywood to receive their star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. We still haven't heard an official date regarding that, and that is supposed to be taking place this year. But this is fantastic news nonetheless. So listen, that's going to wrap up this episode. I know it's super short this week, but because my workday schedule and my work week this week is incredibly busy, I only had a small amount of time to sit down and do the podcast, and with this breaking news, I certainly didn't want to delay. That being said, I have a lot of listener feedback to share coming up on next week's episode. So feel free to continue to get those emails in, talkshownerd@gmail.com, or leave a comment up on YouTube. I also have something really fun planned for next week's episode. I had intended on doing it this week, but again, time is just not allowing me to do so. But I'm going to be adding a new feature to the podcast, and this is going to be a podcast exclusive feature on Depeche Mode, the podcast, because I simply can't get away with doing what I'm going to do via the YouTube version. Now, the YouTube version will still be available in terms of the commentary of the podcast, but not the musical portion that I will be adding for the podcast-only version of the show. So if you currently follow the show on YouTube, I hope you will go over and follow Depeche Mode, the podcast, on whatever podcast platform you typically go and listen to the show on. So thank you so much for checking out this abbreviated episode of Depeche Mode, the podcast. Drop me an email, talkshownerd@gmail.com, or leave a comment up on YouTube. And don't worry, I'll be back again next week with the full episode. Until that time, I hope wherever you are, you're enjoying Depeche Mode. You're happy, you're healthy, you're safe. God bless, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye.